house. Oh, the cops that got shot in Charlotte.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about that.
Heavy judgment warning. Anyway, hey, Shalom out there.
Shalom.
GMS Charlotte midweek camp. Back at you live in effect. All right. Special guest GMS Raliegh, Brother Isaiah in the house. All right. Shalom. So hey, before we get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to you. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders and great millstones who taught us truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out the laborer in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Hey, shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. Wow.
So, as we see, right, we're entering into the last stages of this man's kingdom. All right, Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white race who was given the seat of governance, all right, for a short period of time. All right, and you have today, May Day, right, which was erected May 1st, 1776 by Johann Adam Weishaupt, right, who founded the Illuminati, right, and with this founding, right, of this practice of the Illuminati, what has ensued? Wickedness, man. All right, spiritual wickedness has completely excelled in this system, right, under the governance of Esau, Edom. All right, and this is something that we have to continue to be conscious of, is that we're in a spiritual war. All right, that is about to turn physical. All right, Ephesians.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, in the power of his might.
Right, be strong in Yahweh Bashim Shai. Right, this is our source of power. This is our God. Right. Keep reading.
Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Right, put on the whole armor of Yahweh Bashim Shai, so that you may be able to withstand the wiles of the devil. Right. And let me pull up this word for wiles in the blue letter.
Bear with me one moment. It's getting hot right now, man. I did 2 lessons just kind of briefly touching on the fact of how there's riots on these college campuses against Amalek. You know, all the so-called elite college campuses, people are protesting and complaining about the war that's going on in Israel and Palestine, how they're just over there murdering those people, man. Right. Killing innocent children, blowing towns up. You see, and that prime minister, that devil, not a Jew, right? He's not going to stop. Right. You see what I'm saying? And people are waking up to all the bullshit and the power that these small hats really have, man.
This is Ephesians 6 and 11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Right, the wiles of the devil. Now, when you look at this word "wild" in the Free Dictionary, it says a disarming or seductive manner, device or procedure. All right, and the scriptures say what? We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. Right. You see, because Satan is trying to utilize different means to try to ensnare our people to go down and take that implantable device, the MOTB.
Right. But he's also using all these different events to pull people in different ways. Like, you know, the scripture talk about how Shah is bringing divisions to planet. You're having people being pulled in these different directions, dealing with the whole Israel-Palestine situation. You have another part what's going on with the whole Trump-Biden situation with the election. And like I said, it's division everywhere. You see it in the hip hop shit, the committed world, you know, the actors, everywhere, Hollywood, everywhere. It's division everywhere in America. You know, and like I said, Esau's doing that purposely to put people in, you know, these different statements. It's pretty much division, you know, the category, confusion. So everybody is going to be at odds with something like that movie Civil War. Everybody's going to talk about it.
I also want to touch on putting on that armor. Right? When you think about people that are in the military, when they go through their period of training, they have to put on that weight of the equipment that they carry around so that they can become accustomed to that. So in this time of grace, we're becoming accustomed to that armor.
Right. I want to make a real quick too. Just dealing with all that, you know, confusion that's going out. this is what Yahweh Shah warned us about, to let us know not to be, taken by all that, but also being aware of the spiritual war that we're seeing right now. So real quick, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." So that's exactly what we see taking place, letting us know the time that we're in, man. All right, for you brothers and you sisters, not to be distracted by all the bullshit that's going on, man. Stay focused on the prophecy, man. All right.
Because the prophecies have an order to it. The tokens, everything is going to fall in this order, right? Because before we see World War III, full-fledged World War III take place, right? We may be seeing these proxy wars and things of that nature, but we understand what that MOTB has to be introduced first.
Yeah. Now, like you said, the Lord has certain prophecies set up for an appointed time. Habakkuk, the second chapter. Right. And right now, we're most definitely in that appointed time, which is what the end.
Yeah,
right. These things are speaking.
Yep. It says, "For nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." That's what's going on in the world, man. All right, because not only are you seeing the division taking place here in America, it's going on all over the world, and really, the Most High is starting to raise up these nations that all come against Amalek.
Yes.
Because not only you got the people protesting here, you got protests going on in the land of Israel against that nigga not a Jew, and you also got in different countries people protesting because they see, like the brother's saying, all these different governments are now declaring how they're going cashless, all right, and the people are seeing the writing on the wall because they're seeing their freedoms are going to be taken. Because once all these banks go cashless, they start implementing this digital currency. Everybody sees that their privacy is going to be no more, which means that they're even furthermore slaves to these bankers, man.
Yep. Which is all the Amalek. Yeah, if you want to get that and Habakkuk the second chapter, because it kind of goes into that about the uproars, people pretty much waking up to the schemes of the wicked. Habakkuk 2 and read 6 and they're going down to the rest of the chapter. I'm going to say like 6 through 12. No, you got to go.
So just going into what the brothers are speaking on, it's off of Scoop or Axios.com. It says Netanyahu tells Biden he's worried about possible ICC arrest warrants, right? Because they're planning to charge him with war crimes for what he's doing over there in Palestine, right? So as the scriptures tell us, the least of the flock shall draw them out. He's begging Biden for help, as the what's it called? It's the International Criminal Court, right? They're about to bring these charges against him, so he needs America's defense, to keep that from taking place.
Which is why he's pushing forward with this genocide, man, because he knows if he stops, and that's his ass. This is why, like he said, he's not going to stop because he knows what's at risk for him. But we know at the end of the day, ain't nothing going to happen to that nigga, man. It's all smoke and mirrors, man.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his. Right? How did Esau gain the planet, man? Through rape, robbery, murder, plunder, sanctions, war, biological warfare. Right? This is how he gained the world. So it said, woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his. Go ahead.
How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Right, which the priest was just talking about. Hey, look, the debt that America owes is crazy, man. It's in the hundreds of trillions, 200 trillions right now, man.
More than that. Like the Apostle Paul said, the debt clock doesn't really give you the true, depth of that wealth, but or not debt, but the debt that they owe. It's more than that.
Exactly. So how the hell is America going to pay that back? It's not happening. Right?
There's not enough assets in the whole country to pay that debt.
Exactly. Right. So if you in the spirit of the Lord, you can see that this place is about to clearly crash out. Go ahead.
Verse 7.
And that makes sense, right? The CBDs, as we're going to get into it a little bit, 98% of all the countries of the world are translating their society to implement this CBDC currency system. Everybody's on board, which is going to further push the prophecy of what? Of the MOTB. Can't run from it, man. can't hide your face in the sand no more. You're going to have to deal with this prophecy now.
Right.
Verse 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee?
Yep.
And awake that shall vex thee?
Yep.
And thou shalt be for booties unto them.
Yeah, you're going to be, now it's your turn to be the spoil, man. The nations that you plundered and destroyed are beginning to rise up against you now. Right? This is why you're coming up with laws dealing with the anti-you-know-what, man. Right? These bills, all right? Basically, you can't say shit about the 48, man. That's where it's getting to. Because this man has been exposed so bad, there ain't nothing else he can do but just come up with this bullshit to try to cover his ass. That's it. You know?
In this of all this deception, he's trying to play victim. We in the age of information. Daniel, the 12th chapter, told us that knowledge shall be increased. And it's an overwhelming amount of information that's coming out, showing that this damn devil is worthy of judgment.
Right.
It's Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21, NLT. Are you rejoicing in the land of Uz, O people of Edom? But you too must drink from the cup of the Lord's anger. You too will be stripped naked in your drunkenness. That's what we're seeing happen right now, man. They're being stripped naked. Everything, as the elder said, they're being exposed for, man. And that's why they're coming with the censorship laws that we see taking place. It says, "Oh, beautiful Jerusalem, your punishment will end. You will soon return from exile. But Edom, your punishment is just beginning. Soon your many sins will be exposed." And that's what we're seeing, man. The table is being turned, man. Right? Esau's the beginning of their captivity starts with us speaking forth the downfall of their kingdom, man, through the spirit power behind Shai. And that's why they're trying to take us off the airwaves, take us off the streets, you know, so that exposure doesn't take place. Man.
That's right.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 7. It reads, "And the Lord, Yahweh Shai, thy power, will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee."
Right, so we're seeing the transition of those curses, man. Right? That power transfer where we're going to be the ruling class and they're going to be the peasant class, man. Right? And the curses that apply to us are going to be applicable unto them, man. And we're seeing that right now.
It's transitory. Just like how this system is going from Esau to Jacob, right? We're chanting down this man's strongholds. We're seeing those curses fall upon our enemies. Back in Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 8, "Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee."
Yeah, because you have spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people should spoil you. Now it's your turn. Right? This is why you ducking and dodging, man. This is why you fucking coming up with these unlawful decrees to cover your ass, man. It ain't gonna work. And people not buying that anti-you-know-what bullshit no more, man. Right? Now people are in your face calling you out, man, and signaling your ass out. Because you the wicked, man. You're responsible for all the destruction and chaos that's going on in the earth, man. Right? Going back to the so-called elite of your people, man.
Right. Just as the brother Paul said that, not a Jew, he's getting brought up for war crimes for what he's done in that land. But Esau, as a whole, is being brought up on the war crimes that he committed against humanity, man. And how about Shimei Shai is about to serve this man, but we're sitting out here to pronounce this man's judgment to his face, and that's why he's coming up with all these different, laws that come against him, man.
That's right. I got one real quick to add on to what you said. Job 21, verse 31, it says, "Who shall declare his way to his face?"
That's what we're doing right now. That's why in Isaiah 13, it tells you that this is the burden of Babylon. These devils are constantly being bombarded by these mentions of how they're about to go down.
Sucks. Job 21, verse 31, it says, "Who shall declare his way to his face? And who shall repay him what he hath done?"
Actually, how about Shimei Shai? What's that, Revelation, I think, 17, talks about he's going to destroy him and destroy the earth.
Yep.
And 11 and 18. That's ultimately what's coming to this man. Because here it is, you just committed all this, wickedness upon the earth. You think you just going to escape to the kingdom scot-free?
Right.
Hell no, nigga.
Right.
Hey, justice, as you say, justice prevails. Justice will prevail on you. Because you need judgment, man. Because everything that you've done is done nothing but bring death to the earth, man.
Right.
All right? As we see over there with the more of them that increases that which is not his. Everybody's clearly saying like you are just murdering them damn those Palestinians literally for no reason, all because you want that land. They haven't fought against you. They haven't done anything against you to truly justify that, but we know that that's all prophecy at the end of the day, so that the world can come against your ass.
Right, and then now that you have the nerve to say the Palestinians was Amalek, man.
Bullshit.
Finish, man. Because they know, they understand, they know who they are, man.
Yeah.
And that was the justification of destroying the people over there, man. Because they know that the entire prophecy said what? That Amalek should be blotted out.
Exactly.
He should be no more. And that time has come upon him now.
That's right.
Isaiah 33:1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and thou was treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee.
Yep.
When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, and when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
Right, so that's what's happening now, man. Now the nations are dealing treacherously with thee. You dealt with the whole world treacherously, man. So as it tells us in Psalm, the 7th chapter, now everything is getting ready to fall back upon your own head. Right? You didn't consider your latter end as it tells you in Isaiah 47. Right? You thought that you was going to be a lady forever. You thought you was going to continue to do this wickedness non-stop. Right? Eventually, all wickedness comes to an end, man. Right?
So Isaiah 14, and starting at 5, it reads, the Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Right? So their power is being brought down, right? He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindered. And that's what we're seeing taking place right now, is the persecution of Esau Edom, man. Right? They're in trial right now, and all their sins are being brought forth as that evidence, man. And everybody is coming up against them, as witnesses, man. Right? So we're seeing these things take place, and they're being persecuted, and nobody's going to stop it, man, because all these nations are looking for the time where this devil goes down.
Back in Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth in evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
Right, and that's what Esau does because he has the power and the money. He makes the rules, right? He makes the laws, and he thinks that by doing that he can stop this judgment, man. Which is not going to happen. It don't matter what position of power that you have, because first and foremost, Yahweh Shai gave you that power, and he's the one that's going to take it from you. So you're not going to be able, like it tells you in Micah the 2nd chapter, you're not going to be able to remove your neck. You're not going to be able to slither your way out of judgment, man. Like going back to Cain, I always give reference to Genesis the 4th chapter, because Cain was a fugitive. He was a vagabond, man. And he told the Lord, he said, all that seed is going to want to slay me. And that's happening now.
Right. He's trying to go the route like Nimrod did, man. Nimrod built the Tower of Babel and said he made it to go to the heavens so if the world was flood again, they could be able to survive the flood. That's how Esau's pretty much doing now. To where he's taking the whole world to himself, to where he feels like he has the power to go against the Most High Beast, which is an asinine thought process, man. That's why Psalm 2 tells you, while the heathen raised and made the same thing, man. Because this man really thinks he's going to be able to obtain the position of God on the earth, man. Like you said, he forgot the Most High gave him his power, man, and he's about to take it back. Can I bring this up?
This is Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
Yep. Everybody's waking up. Your soldiers from these different various militaries around the world, even common people amongst these societies are waking up. So all of this shit is about to clash. That's why we read earlier, nation shall rise against nation, kingdom versus kingdom, man. We're reaching the climax of the ultimate clash of all the nations, the people in it. That's how you know that this judgment is going to be next level, man.
One more verse?
Yep.
Beat your plowshares into swords and your puny hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Speak, brother.
And now, the Lord's putting the spirit on these heathen nations to rise up against Babylon. There was a time when they wouldn't dare speak against Edom's power structure here in America that he has. But now the Lord is putting the spirit on them and strengthening their military might to where they're saying we have a nuclear capability now. Now, if it's there is no nuclear deterrent with Yahweh Shema Shai. They're going to crush those missiles because of how oppressed they've been.
Because you liken it unto a kingdom, right? When that ruling king, right, rules with tyranny over his other vassals, eventually they're going to start making backdoor deals together in order to take him down, right? So it was just a matter of time before this took place.
Exactly.
Right.
He wasn't going to be the bully forever.
Back in Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 10. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people.
Exactly. All the death that's spread throughout the earth, the disease, the warfare, it's because of your ass. You got them done. Go ahead.
And hast sinned against thy soul.
That's right.
Verse 11. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it.
Right. And that's basically the people, man. The earth is crying out, man. They're ready to go to war, man. They're ready to take this devil down. See? Any more?
Verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth the town with blood, and established a city by iniquity.
Right, and this is exactly how he did when it came to America, man. When he came over here and he plundered the northern kingdom, man. And he raped, robbed, and murdered his way to the top, basically, man.
Right.
See?
That's also what he did in the Holy Land too, man.
That's it.
Because when Britain signed that the paperwork to gift them the land of Israel,
Yep.
they originally had came to a deal with them Arabs. And they were going to split the land. They were going to have their portion, and the Israelis were going to have their portion. But over the series of time, you constantly seeing them move their portion more and more and move them Arabs out, man. So Esau has constantly been on that warpath of taking what everybody else is and adding to him, which is a grave crime against humanity, which is why Yahweh Shema Shai is going to destroy this thing. Exactly. The scripture tell you in the law not to remove thy neighbor's landmark. Every nation was given a portion of land from Yahweh Shema Shai. Yet this man goes throughout the whole world conquering lands and naming them after himself, man.
Habakkuk chapter 2, and starting in verse 6 in the NLT. But soon their captives will taunt them. They will mock them, saying, what sorrow awaits you thieves? Now you will get what you deserve.
Yep.
You've become rich by extortion.
Yep.
But how much longer can this go on?
Exactly. Hey, all wickedness comes to an end. Go ahead.
Suddenly your debtors will take action. They will turn on you and take all you have.
Yeah. The debtors, the people, the common folk, right? People understand that this is a debt-based society, man. People are in slavery, man, under fucking debt, man. Right? Swallowed up in student loans and fucking taxes and
Furniture bills.
all types of shit, man. People are tired of this shit, man. So go ahead.
They will turn on you and take all you have, while you stand trembling and helpless.
Yep.
Because you have plundered many nations.
Yeah, nobody's on your side, man. We don't see people running to the side of Amalek, trying to justify him. Everybody's for the so-called Palestinians, man. Ain't nobody fighting for your ass. Yeah, literally.
It goes back to that compassion fatigue, man. People are tired of being told who they need to feel sorry for, man.
Yes.
It says,
Real quick, this is Obadiah chapter 1, verse starting 1 and point to 2. It says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Point. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Feeding off what the other was saying, man, because like I said, you don't hear nobody coming to the aid of Amalek. Literally, you go throughout all these different countries, not one person coming up like, yo, we gotta help the
Small hat.
Everybody sees you're the problem.
Right.
You're the problem of every major issue in the world. And everybody's starting to realize that.
Yeah, all that multi-billion trillion dollars in aid that you get from America year round. You see what I'm saying? Like the brother brought out the definition of compassion fatigue. People are tired of feeling sorry for your ass.
Yeah.
How the hell are you the victim, but you are at the oppressor at the same time?
Right.
It don't make sense. Right? You literally run every corporation in America. Right? Hollywood, the news media, the porn industry, the economy, right? The sports arena.
Everything.
Right? Everything.
Everything has a Goldberg or Snyderstein or whatever
Right.
last name they got.
Right.
It's all them.
Right.
You know? So when Kanye made that statement and everybody hopped down his throat, he was telling the truth.
Tell the truth.
All you gotta do is do a simple Google, it'll tell you.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 8 in the NLT. Because you have plundered many nations, now all the survivors will plunder you.
There we go.
You committed murder throughout the countryside and filled the towns with violence.
Right. This is what you did to the world, man. Murdered, plundered, raped, robbed. Go ahead.
The survivors, those descendants of those people that you went through their nations tearing shit up, they like, yo, fuck this devil, man. You know?
What sorrow awaits you who build big houses with money gained dishonestly.
That's them. That's them. Go ahead.
You believe your wealth will buy security.
Yeah, see, that's the mindset of Esau, man. Dealing with the elites, they believe that their wealth is going to buy them security, man. But you got another thing coming, man. Right? Hey, the scriptures tell you, riches profit not in the day of wrath. Right? So no matter how much money you got, trillions, or you being liquidated, or whatever the hell, right? It's not going to cover you from the wrath of the Lord.
There's another scripture that roughly paraphrases says that the substance gained by the wicked will be cast away, man.
Right.
You know, so all these things they heap unto themselves, right, and they put their trust and their pride in, is going to fail them, man.
Right, James, the 5th chapter.
I got that.
It goes into that. Matter of fact, get that real quick, and I got you, brother.
This is James 5:1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you.
Yeah, the rich men represent the elites, man. He said, weep and howl, your misery has come upon you. Now you getting ready to meet your inevitable end.
Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten.
Yeah, your riches are corrupted. Everything that you gained throughout the planet Earth, you stole it. You robbed, you killed for it, man. The money has no value. All right, there's no strength behind the greenback no more, man. That's why we're in the midst of what? Hyperinflation, man. Which is whooping everybody's ass, man. Hey, I saw a meme that said, going outside is expensive.
Yeah.
It is. Literally, everything is expensive. Bro.
Right. Right. Going outside will cost you about $350.
Yeah.
Right? You got it, brother.
Your gold and silver is cankered,
Yep.
and the rest of them shall be a witness against you.
Exactly. Your gold and silver is cankered, man. It's devalued. It doesn't have any type of power no more, man. Right? Go ahead.
And shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last day.
You have heaped treasure, talking about the rich man, going back to the elites. You have heaped treasure together for the last days. So everything that you got, stole, all your so-called substance that you obtained wrongfully, and you about to cough it up. And the scriptures also say all of that's going to melt away with you.
Yeah.
You know?
I want to make a point real quick because
And I got you.
what you said about the money being useless and outside the business.
Go on.
Brother Tasman sent this what was it from, a magazine?
It's a magazine advertisement for TIAA, financial institution.
He said this is written in '96, right? So it says they say in 30 years, a burger and fries would cost $16. A vacation would be $12,500, and a basic car $65,000. No problem. You'll eat in, you won't drive, and you won't go anywhere. Now I say this is right on point. This is 30 years. We're in 28 years right now. So when it was written, this is pretty much everything that's going on right now.
You got a quick question?
Well, I ain't gonna interrupt you. I'm gonna watch it when they hit. I just want the last three that you gave
I'm gonna watch.
What was you talking about the last scriptures?
The ones concerning the money. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna
Okay,
watch.
yeah, that was we just read James the 5th chapter. We're in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter now, Habakkuk 2 and 6. So James chapter 5, 1 through 4, 1 through 3, and then Habakkuk 2, chapter 2, 6 through I want to say 12. And there's more scriptures that's going to come out concerning the economy too and the money. You got it, brother.
So I have,
There's a little bit more James.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you got it.
This is James 5 and 4. Behold, the hirers of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud.
All right. So who are the laborers? It's Jake, the slaves, and it says which was kept back by fraud, taxes, right? Debt, redlining. You
Increase, what is it called? When you get a loan,
interest. Usury. How you say the word? Disenfranchisement. Right, you in the worst living conditions. That's the laborers that was kept back by fraud.
Yeah, right. The bills, because the price of living is going up every year to the point to where it literally costs. It costs more for you to pretty much do things than you actually make, man.
Right.
You know, so you got motherfuckers that's barely living above water, man.
Right.
and it reads, this is James 5 and 4, crieth in the cries of them which have reaped are entered to the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth.
Right. So what's so heavy is that the cries of the laborers, which is the Israelites, have gone up to the Lord. The Lord is hearing our cries and our prayers, and also the cries of the people, man. All that's going up, man. Now we're seeing the Lord react through the Spirit. That's why Amalek is scrambling and fucking coming up with all these different decrees to cover his ass, man. You know, you can't talk about, like, I read the, I wish I had it pulled up. Where's my phone? I had it in my phone. So there's an article, if I can, real quick, not to waste any time. I sent it to myself. But there's an article that I brought out in the lesson just now, and it goes into defining what you-know-what is, right? I just want to read this bullet points real quick. So check this out, as I brought this out earlier. So this is from the Holocaust Remembrance. All right, of course I'm pronouncing it wrong, right? But it says here, so the title of it here, I'm waiting for it to pop up. Bear with me.
I like it. I want to read this.
You got it.
This is from subversive-ish writer Moritz Steinschneider.
Yep.
It says, invented the term anti-Sem in 1860. The term is used to silence those that dare expose small-hand crimes.
Exactly. That's they get out of jail free card. They just pull anti, and then you can't say shit, right? But here it is, right here. It says it's titled Working Definition of Anti, you know what, all right? So let's get to the points. So it says, man, this is so heavy. So it says, manifestations might include the targeting of the state of Israel, conceived as Jayish collectivity. However, criticism of Israel, similar to that leveled against any other country, cannot be regarded as anti-you-know-what. Anti-you-know-what frequently charges Jays with conspiring to harm humanity, and it is often used to blame JJs for why things go wrong. It is expressed in speech, writing, visual forms, and action, and employs sinister stereotypes and negative character traits, right? Let's read this. So here's the points. It says, contemporary examples of anti-you-know-what in public life, the media, school, the workplace, and the religious sphere could, take into account the overall context, include but are not limited to: 1. Calling for, aiding, or justifying the killing or harming of JJs in the name of a radical ideology or an extremist view of religion, which is basically geared towards us, right? Because when we read these prophecies about Amalek, being blotted out and shall perish forever, they're going to liken that to an extreme radical view, right?
But on the other hand, like you said earlier, they can throw that label on the Palestinians and say that they're justified for genocide them now.
There you go. Straight hypocrite. It says, point 2, making mendacious, dehumanizing, demonizing, or stereotypical allegations about JJs as such, or the power of J's as collective, such as especially, but not exclusively, the myth about the world J's conspiracy or JJ's controlling the media, economy, government, or other societal institutions, which is all true.
Yeah. They'll tell you that out there now. But if I can add to what you just said real quick, this is from this guy's name is Maurice Samuel. This is from his book, taken from his book, You Gentiles, page 155.
Right.
It says, "We small hats are the destroyers and will remain the destroyers. Nothing you can do will meet our demands and needs. We will forever destroy because we want a world of our own." This is feeding off of what you just said. Because these devils, all right, will go and destroy everything and then use that anti-Sem as a means to protect themselves against all the people that accuse them, and that's what they're doing.
Okay, I'll read two more. This is a lot of points. I'll just read two more and we'll wrap that. But it says, here's another point. It says, accusing JJ's as a people or Israel as a state of inventing or exaggerating the hollow fraud. Right? And you can read Ezekiel 36 on that. It tells you that Idumea would be occupying the Holy Land. Who's the Idumeans?
Right.
That's Greek for Esau, Edom. One more. It says, applying double standards. It says denying the Jewish people their right to self-determination by claiming that the existence of a state of Israel is a racist endeavor, man. So, hey, these devils not getting off the hook, man. It's just too much information.
Right. And
You know?
that's why they're trying to, do things like ban TikTok and, silence the prophets, because this information is becoming well known that they're the problem in the earth, man. I got one more to add to you as well.
You got it, brother.
This is from Liberate David. It says to communicate anything to a goyim about our religious relations would equal to killing all of the small hats. For if the goyim knew what we teach about them, they would kill us openly, because they look at you people as nothing more than goyim, which is cattle, sacrifices. All right, to bring forth their means for their end. All right, so that's why they can go to war and pretty much use you people as human meat shields. All right, to justify them doing whatever they need. That's why these military people that go and think they're serving their country, they're not more than sacrifices that they use, because the people that died in those fights, those are literally blood sacrifices that they're putting towards their idols to bring forth whatever agenda they have going on, man.
Yeah, it's all on the record, all on the internet, that these damn small hats, they don't even worship so-called Jesus, man. So who the hell do they worship? Right? You sure already know the answer to that. Right?
This is Proverbs chapter 17 and verse 15, just feeding off of what both of you brothers were bringing out. He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to Yahweh. Right? So he is trying to justify the wicked deeds that he's pushing out throughout the earth. But in the same turn, right, the Israelites are proclaiming the way of Yahweh Bashim Shai, and he's trying to do what? Condemn us. Say that we're evil. Right? So this devil is an abomination. Okay, and the Lord is going to ultimately destroy him. That's why this devil, he is worthy of judgment, man. The scriptures say that he is a vessel fit for destruction.
Back in Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 9 in the NLT. What sorrow awaits you who build big houses with money gained dishonestly. You believe your wealth will buy security, putting your family's nest beyond the reach of danger.
Right, because everybody's at Amalek's throat right now, man. Go ahead.
But by the murders you committed, you have shamed your name and forfeited your lives.
Yeah, that's the shameful spewing, man. All the shit that's going on. Hey, what about the niggas popping about the swords, man? What was up with that? We never really got a, conclusion of the matter.
Right.
You had bloody mattresses, baby strollers and shit. What the hell were they doing down there, man? Right? Then you want to fight the cops to prevent the media from getting down there to show what was going on. What them niggas was hiding? You see? You niggas is nasty. We know how you get down with, what's it called, when they take the baby foreskin Yeah, they eat that shit. What's it called? The circumcision?
Circumcision.
Yeah. Where is that in the scriptures, man?
Yeah, they make pork rind that.
Come on, man.
And they eat that shit.
Taking foreskin to baby rise, man.
Yeah. I did a video on that. They struck my pain.
Come on, man. Where is that in the Torah? Right? Showing you that this is the wicked, man. Go ahead, bro.
But by the murders you committed, you have shamed your name
Yep.
and forfeited your lives.
That's right.
The very stones in the walls cry out against you,
Yep.
and the beams in the ceilings echo the complaint.
Yeah, everybody's complaining. Nature, the people, everybody. The world is complaining against your ass. Right? The earth cannot be restored to a righteous order until you're removed from off the planet. Thus saith the scriptures.
Yeah.
Scriptures say the earth mourneth and the world languishes, man. You know, so that's the world crying out against its current rulership. It says, verse 12, what sorrow awaits you who build cities with money gained through murder and corruption. All right, now, if I could, read this in the commentary. It's the Bridgeway Bible commentary. It reads, to illustrate Babylon's lust for power, the prophets referred to the practice of money lending, which was the cause of much injustice and hardship in society. Babylon is like a merciless money lender who, by charging high interest that the debtor cannot pay, gets as many people into his power as possible.
Eternal slavery. That's eternal slavery.
Yeah.
You in debt forever.
Yeah. Right. They make you pay the interest off first, you know, and then you get to the debt, and then what? You have late fees.
Yeah.
You know, so really it's meant to what? Imprison you.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you got the credit system where if you have paid off your debt, they flag you for that.
Yeah.
You get penalized for paying off your debt.
Because at the end of the day, we let you know that they're wicked because we have a law, all right, the year of Jubilee, to where after that, when the year of Jubilee comes in, you're supposed to relinquish all debt so that you can, pretty much start over.
Yeah.
This devil doesn't allow that. He wants you to stay in perpetual debt forever, so that you will continually having to go to him for the one of all things.
Exactly. And I heard, going back to you made mention about the credit, I heard Amalek, when their kids are born, I heard they're born with like a 900 to 1,000 credit score.
Yeah, because they teach their children from the little age on up all laws, and that's why you never see them intermingle amongst the regular people.
Yep.
When they deal strictly amongst their community.
Yeah, they got their own hospitals, stores, all that.
All that. And it's the only time they come out in the community and deal with other people is when they got people, they're making money off people. Like you had that video when you had the one small head dude talking to Jake. And he had a dollar bill. He was like, "See this dollar bill right here? You will never get your hands on this because this dollar bill only goes in between our hands."
See what now it reads. It says Babylon is like a merciless money lender who, by charging high interest that the debtor cannot repay, gets as many people into his power as possible. But these enslaved people will suddenly arise and overthrow their wicked master. They will do to him what he previously did to them. Babylon has made itself wealthy and secure by treating other nations shamefully. It is like a bird that builds its high nest in a tree away from trouble, where it can live in ease and comfort. Right. So like we said, they separate themselves. Right? They build themselves up in this high esteem. They take all these riches to escape, to stay away from the people who they know are ultimately going to uprise against them.
Yep. That's why you never see them. You never see them moving around. You might see them up in New York. I know I went to New York a few times. Go out and walk out there in Brooklyn. You see them walking around in Brooklyn and shit. You know what I'm saying? But as far as that goes, I never see these people.
You'll see them on the subway.
Yeah.
Like that. But like out on the belt, they don't mess with anybody that's not a good community. Which is how it's supposed to be. Because to be integrated with everybody else, that's what messed Israel up in the first place. So Esau knows that. That's why I said they apply our laws to themselves, but they teach us the bullshit.
But Babylon's luxury will be a witness against it in the day of judgment, and so ensure for a fitting punishment. In its ruthless conquest, Babylon destroyed cities and nations, often with the sole aim of enriching itself. That's what we see, right? Starting with America, and then their welfare case out there in the land of Israel, man. says, it seized wealth and manpower of these nations and used them to make its own national capital magnificent.
Yeah, because all that money, all that aid that America gives Israel, billions and trillions, and that's how they able to have that power, man.
Right.
It says it does not realize that the Most High alone is ruler of the world, and the great city that Babylon has built will one day be burnt to the ground. The Most High uses Babylon to punish other nations, a judgment that the prophet likens to a cup of strong drink that is given to a person.
Nah, go ahead, finish that. I got this. That's the spirit.
That is likened to a cup of strong drink that is given to a person to make him drunk.
Now, off what you just said, Habakkuk 2 and 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. And that's what the brother just read, because that's what Esau does. He'll go and push his foreign policy to these other nations, get them drunk, destabilize their economy, and then he'll come with the cape on like, look, I'm going to help you. And then they put them in debt to where they can never get out of it again, man.
Establish that central bank,
Yep,
and they're done.
Yeah, and like I said, that's been the MO ever since Meyer M. Bell. All right, and he taught his 5 sons, and that's what we've been seeing ever since then, man. All right, verse 16. Thou art filled with shameful glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. Because, like we said, all the information about what they've done to get into power is coming out. You go on YouTube and watch, things like the Rothschild dynasty and different things like that, to where it goes into what these devils did to build up their empire, and it's all lying, deceit, murder, everything. Like I say, John, 10 and 10, the thief cometh not but to steal and kill and destroy. I'm paraphrasing. It says, the cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory, which is what's taking place now, man. All right, because the spirit of Yahweh is on his prophets to bring out all this information, to expose you devils, and to declare your judgments before you, so that when Yahweh comes, he's going to make you drink all that cup, and the dregs of that cup too, man.
That's right.
Continuing on the Bridgeway Bible commentary, it reads, the Babylonians went beyond the limits that the Most High set. They cruelly butchered people and took delight in mocking their victims. Right? And what do we see? They treat Jacob like a minstrel show, man.
Yep.
It says, the Most High will therefore punish the Babylonians, and they will be the ones to drink of the Most High's cup of punishment. They will be drunk, and others will mock them. They will become the victims of violence, and their land, flocks, cities, and people will be destroyed.
Right.
Finally, the idolatry of the Babylonians is condemned. They thought their idols gave them victory, but such lifeless creations are powerless. They can do nothing but deceive those who trust in them. The living power will show that he alone is controller of the world. Right? So all this is the Lord executing his power, man. Right? He's showing that this devil is going to receive the ultimate judgment.
Can't escape, man. You can't escape the wrath, man. This is a beautiful time right now, man. Because as I spoke about earlier, these people are cowards, because what are they doing? They're coming after the Bible now, right? They're actually making laws of certain scriptures that can't be taught out loud. Coming against the Bible itself, coming against the prophets, and these are the things that the Lord warned us about, man. It's actually happening, man, because this devil is being condemned by the Spirit of the Lord. Isaiah 13. Give me that real quick. Right, 1 and 2.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see.
Yep.
Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
Right, the banner is the truth, the word, this gospel. In Yahweh Shemel Shah. Go ahead.
Exalt the voice unto them.
Exalt the voice unto them. That's coming from the prophets. Go ahead.
Shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the noble.
Right, the gates represent, when you go to Deuteronomy, was it 16 and 18?
Yep.
The judges, or the nobles represent the judges, the gates, the leaders of the gates, the officers.
Rulers and judges and officers shall thou set in all thy gates.
There you go. The rulers and officers. So that would represent the elites of Esau now. The bankers. See? So this word has reached them. Now they're taking action. And this word is burdensome. Can I get one more? Zechariah 12 and 3. All right, the gospel of Yahweh Shemel Shai is burdensome to these goddamn devils. Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, it says, it talks about how the elite say that we're grievous in their sight to behold. The fact that they see us out here week in, week out, the thousands of videos that's going on the internet weekly is grievous unto them, man. You got it, brother.
It's the definition. The definition for the word burden in the Free Dictionary means something that is emotionally difficult to bear, a source of great worry or stress. Wait, that's pretty much it. Just difficult or distress or oppressed, man. Something that causes distress or difficulty.
Yeah, that goes into that James 2:19, man. All right, because they know that Yahweh Shemel Shah is going to make sure the word that we're speaking to about him, about how he's about to go down. And then the people that he hates so much, these so-called Negro and Native Americans, that he tries so hard to destroy, that we're going to rule over him in the future, in the near future that may have. That distresses him. He has nightmares about that.
Also, Revelation 11 and 11, right? Ezekiel the 37th chapter, touching on those dry bones, when Israel became refreshed with the breath once more, right? It said that great fear fell upon them, right? The fear fell upon them because they are well aware of who we are.
Right. Because to add to your point, like you had the apostles, bring out that testimony how they were out on the highways and that limo pulled up and they hopped out talking about some, how'd y'all find this information? We spent billions of dollars so y'all won't be able to get this. But at the same time, because they knew the prophecies, they knew at some point that the elect was going to wake up and begin to teach, the word again. And as I said, that fear fell upon them because they saw that prophecy was true. How much more of the future prophecies about them going down coming soon?
Exactly. You can't stop the inevitable.
Ah.
That's why you had things like the crack epidemic. That's why during the C-1, you had people were taking that jump shot. A lot of people were having defects. To where they're dropping, they're becoming unfertile. Right. So this man is very desperate.
Right. And he's on record saying that they want to get this within the Black and Latino community.
Yeah.
They were pretty much indirectly saying to try.
Yeah. That's why whenever you're born, they shoot you up with all kinds of damn shots because they want to stop, your spirit being activated. You had the one guy. They pretty much said how they want to destroy the spirit through medicine, man. Rudolph Steiner. He said he wanted to pretty much. He said spirits of darkness are going to inspire the human host to find a jab that will drive all inclination towards spirituality out of people's souls. Man. They tried to stifle the spirit, but you can't stop me how about Shemel Shah because this is all his words that was going to come to pass, man.
There's so much information coming out about that C-19, right?
Yeah.
So much information coming out right now to this day about the complications, what it's doing to all the millions of people who got it, man. This shit is crazy when you look it up. Brothers can't even do lessons on it no more because every lesson get fucking flagged and channels get taken down. This is that serious.
We're right in that range of time where the side effects start to take place.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're really going to see what the effect of this thing is going to take place in the next 20 years. Huh?
Yeah. They said that eclipse was like one of the main activators. They said that whenever that eclipse happens, it changes the molecules in the people's body. So these people already got all that shit floating around inside of them. So who knows what it did? And then you got the purple street lights that's doing stuff to it. And then whatever else we saw doing out here, man. So we're going to get 5G towers. We're going to see, more and more things happen, man.
You said verse 2, right?
Zechariah 12 and 3.
Zechariah
Go ahead.
Zechariah chapter 12 and verse 3. And in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people.
Right. Jerusalem is becoming a burdensome stone, going back to the prophets of the Lord. We're like a burden unto these people, man, because why? We're telling the truth, man. We live in a society where truth is shunned, where truth is rejected. You become an enemy for telling the truth.
Yep.
So the prophets have been likened unto a burdensome stone. Read on.
All that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces.
Yeah, so anybody that comes against us is going to be torn down. We've seen it. The Lord has gave us countless of examples, man. And plus, the scriptures say that things that were written aforetime were written for our learning, man. So we learned about everybody that came against the prophets of the Lord, that came against him, was destroyed.
Right. If you got Haman,
Yeah, right.
In the story of Esther,
Yep.
you know, he was mad at Mordecai because he wouldn't bow down.
Right.
So he said, all this prevaileth me not unless Mordecai will bow down and worship me.
Yeah.
You know, so like you're hit me again. You're mentioning how we're grievous for them to even behold.
Yeah.
You know.
And then look what happened to Haman after he did all that. When the Lord caused that judgment, he tried to put on Israel. That happened to him, to where him and his sons, or his son, got hung. You know. So I wanted to say something off of what you said.
You got it.
This is Jeremiah 5:14. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them.
That's beautiful. Read it again.
Yep. Jeremiah 5:14. It says, wherefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them.
Right, so the word that's coming forth from prophets is like fire, and it's devouring these people. Like the beautiful example you brothers made last night on Bible study. We were reading Judges, the 6th chapter, right? And Gideon, right? He was given a signs from the Lord that the Lord was with him. And after that happened, Gideon was commanded to go back to his hometown and tear down all them goddamn idols. And it's the same thing going on with the prophets now. We're spiritually tearing down these idols, man. See what I'm saying? And establishing the presence of the Lord. See that? So it's all spiritual. You know, we just talking about the parallels, you know, of what happened then and what's going on now in the spirit.
Yeah, the idol shall be moved to his presence.
There you go.
And it starts with the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know, you had told that the Lord shall consume him with the spirit of his mouth.
Right.
And destroy him with the brightness of his coming.
That's it.
Tear down on the strongholds, all right, and bring them back, you know, the elect, pretty much like paraphrasing, you know, to the obedience of Hamashiach.
Yep. Read that Zechariah again. No, you get your
Zechariah 12:3. And in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people. All that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces. Though all the people of the earth be gathered together against it.
Yeah. So even though we have all this opposition coming against us, the Lord is with us in the midst of this thing, man. Right? And the scriptures say if this was of men, it would come to naught. This is not of men, this is of the Lord. See that? So it can't be stopped. Right?
Say here in NLT, Zechariah 12:3. On that day I will make Jerusalem an immovable rock. You know, and that rock starting with Yahweh Shai, man. Right? And the spirit that's put on us to make us immovable as well. All the nations will gather against it to try to move it. But they will only hurt themselves. Right? So that everything they do to try to move us out of the way or try to discredit us, right? Or try to make this word seem as if it's not going to take place, man. It's only going to cause harm to themselves, man.
Second Kings, you got to get him out of there. Oh shit, I got caught.
We can't see it.
Go ahead.
2 Kings chapter 6 and verse 15. And when the servant of the man of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai was risen early and gone forth, behold, and hosts compassed the city both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do? Right? Verse 16, the point. And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. You know? So we have Yahweh Bashim Yahushai on our side. Okay? And that's all we need. Okay? These people, because we always have to, as you oftentimes make mention of, preachers, when you understand that the Lord is in control of all of this, it brings comfort. You know, when you understand the omnipotence of the Lord, how he has these people set up to play their role to be in opposition to his truth. You know?
You know, we were just speaking about that. We're reading Esau Edom's crimes that was written before he even committed them. You know? So the Lord, Yahweh Shai, you know, is setting this man up for the okie doke. He thinks he's winning. And for a time he thought he was winning, but now that we've been risen up, like brothers say, he's fighting on the back foot. You know, you can see he's doing a lot of things on the earth, bringing forth deception, but it's very sloppy.
man.
Right.
He's moving out of desperation now, man.
Yeah.
Because the shit that he's doing, like I was talking about the lesson I did earlier, he's more, overt with it because he understands that his time is running out, man. That's why Revelation 12 and 12 tells you he's about to come down with great wrath because he knows he has but a short time, man. So all the the persecution that we constantly are speaking of that he's about to bring out against us, we have to prepare ourselves, spiritually, mentally, and physically for that, knowing at the end of the day that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to take care of his elect, which is why we're out here doing what we're doing, earning that head.
Grab this real quick since Brother Isaiah quoted it. It's Isaiah 19 and verse 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And that's what we're seeing taking place when the Spirit of the Lord is replacing everything, man. It's pushing everything out of the way that's of no consequence. The only thing that's going to matter in these times to come is whether you're on Yahweh Shem Yahushua side or if you're on the world side, man. If you're on the world side, you're going to be put to death, man.
I'm trying to tell Jake, man, you better hop on the winning team while you still can.
Right. Jump on the winning bag.
Yeah, while you're getting there, I'll just segue to it. Because when you see what's going on, how Esau's setting the stage up for this mark of the beast, man. All right, you've been seeing all these different reports on how these banks, how they're moving towards being cashless. Like you had that video from Redacted, how they were talking about, these banks no longer have the money, to pretty much give the people they're going to withdraw. That's why you're seeing the disappearance of ATMs. All right, you trying to go withdraw money out the bank. They want, they're going to pretty much question what you need, what you need the money for. They want proof of what they're about to do because they don't want to outright tell the people they don't have no money to give you, because everything is pretty much, like I said, going cash. And these people want it like that. Like you have Bank of America, they said that it costs the dude that runs it. He said it costs billions of dollars for them to continue to deal with cash versus them just going completely cashless and going digital. So everything is geared towards that in the means of helping people and saving money. Bullshit. Right.
Safety.
Right.
It's reading our Blacklist of News, it reads, over 98% of the world's central banks gearing up for a new system of programmable, trackable digital cash. And 24 nations will have live CBDCs by 2030.
Read that part about programmable digital cash. Read that again.
Over 98% of the world's central banks.
That's pretty much all the world. Go ahead.
Gearing up for a new system of programmable, trackable digital cash.
Programmable, trackable, digital cash. All right, that's what's about to be implemented worldwide. This is what Apostle John saw in the vision in Revelation 13. He saw this system come to pass, man. All right, the image of the beast. Everything was digital. No more money. Everything was trackable, programmable, all right, and digital. Right? Read on.
Yeah, if I may add, because that way, because right now dealing with the anti-situation, if you see how characters are getting exiled society, and what is that? That's not a social credit system. That's a social credit system. That's not a credit-based system based off what your credit and how you handle your finances, but it's more how you conduct yourself in society. And against, if you speak it against the powers that be, right, then you're going to be exiled.
Right. Like that situation that happened with Kanye.
Yeah. He was an example.
That was a psyop, to pretty much give you an idea how things are going to go. Yep. Now you already have the system already established in China. Okay, so that lets you know that Klaus Schwab said that. And he said that China is a preview of how he wants the world to go after.
Yes.
So they're already putting the things in place, like you had just recently in Atlanta. They're already starting to put things in place to bring that in, man.
Yep.
The street lights and all that, connect to your phone, they can trace you. Like even at my job, they told us the other day that the cameras now are so sophisticated, they can zoom in, they can see your what radio station you use. So how much more, when they start really getting into the crest of who you really are, man.
Yeah.
That's
real. I remember hearing that. They said in Vegas, in them casinos, them cameras are so crispy, they could zoom and see the time on your watch.
Yeah.
If because dealing with Elon Musk, you understand he's trying to make everything autonomous. He was gonna give his first 100 cars, or he was gonna give the giveaway for his cars to release. The only ones that can really purchase them are those with perfect driving records. You know, it's not about money. It's about whether you're an upstanding citizen.
Social status.
Yeah, your social status.
So the Apostle John, he saw all of this, man. He saw the AI. He saw the artificial intelligence. He saw the CHIP, man. He saw this digital currency. He saw all of this new age shit that's coming to pass right now. Right? That's tied into the image of the beast. This system that's coming to pass. Technocracy. Right?
That's right here. This is Revelation 13 and 12. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him,
which is the Roman Empire, the first beast before him. Go ahead.
And causeth the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
Right, whose deadly wound was healed. So now we live in the revival of the Roman Empire, man. Rome 2.0, which that power is being exercised first and foremost through America, NATO, and the EU, right? Which represents the beast structure, the beast system. Go ahead.
And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven,
right,
on the earth in the sight of men.
Right, which through his atomic bomb, his nuclear technology, his ability to make fire rain from the heavens. Go ahead.
And deceiveth those that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles.
Right, his technology. This is how he's able to deceive the masses, by the way of those miracles.
Right.
We're seeing right now. He's putting what you call it, neural links, the C-hip people that can't walk, right, that can't see, that can't talk, and he's allowing these people to move again. Those are those miracles.
Automated prosthetics.
Yeah.
Off of a brain chip.
Yep.
You know?
Nanotechnology. You can put it in your mind. You can surf the internet and listen to music inside your brain.
Right. Yeah.
That's all the miracles.
If I may add real quick, we talk about that first beast, and the second beast coming in is the revival of it. Noah Yuval Harari had a quote pretty much telling people that these previous empires didn't have the technology or the access to the information that they do now, man. Yeah. So now they have a chance to perfect what the previous empires couldn't.
Yeah, he literally said this is the perfect time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Esau mastered the witchcraft.
Right.
He mastered the sorcery.
Because as he's doing this, he's trying to remove the Most High his ways of the earth. And another quote Yuval Harari said, he said that God has been dead, they're having trouble hiding the body.
Oh wow.
You know?
This thing is crazy.
Right. And that's why Ezekiel 35 said, look, the Lord said, look, I have heard your blasphemies that you have spoken against me. He said, I have heard them, man.
Yeah.
So all of this prideful talk that Esau's spewing out is all gonna go accounted for, man.
Yeah. It says, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
Exactly.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by his sword and did live.
Right, the image of the beast. That's this technocracy. That's this system. Yep. All right.
I got the technocracy.
Yep.
This is in just the online dictionary. It says, what is a technocracy? It says a technocracy is the government or control of society or industry by elect of a technical expert.
Yeah, that's your Bill Gates, your Elon Musk, your Jeff Bezos. Who else? Noah Yuval Harari, Klaus Schwab.
Yeah.
Those are your so-called tech geniuses, so to speak, right? That are running the society, right? And see, Elder Yashawama was breaking it down. The Roman Empire always, they had slaves and how they branded their slaves back then. But right now, this is a new age of branding. And it's by the way of the technology. As we read that title, what did it say? Tracking. Read that again.
Over 98% of the world's central banks gearing up for a new system of programmable, trackable digital cash.
Yeah, programmable, trackable digital cash. All right, so this is like a modernized slavery system that's coming to pass right now, man.
Yeah, in the promise. You know? That's why they're going for this, because with cash, you can do, things pretty much off the grid to where you can't really track it. So with this, they're going to know everything at all times, man.
Right.
And if you go against the agenda they have planned, you're not going to be able to continue to move forward. Because they can cut the chip off. They like I say, you ate cheeseburger. They say, okay, you ate too much meat for this week. You can't eat meat no more
That's
man.
crazy.
You know, it's bullshit like that.
That's hell on earth.
Hey, you talk to a woman too many times, so you got
That's too much CO2.
you got to stop, man. You know,
That's
that's
crazy.
where we're at, man.
And this man is out of his fucking mind, man. And you got people that are going to be for it. You're going to have people that's going to be advocating for this system in due time, man. You see that?
Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as was not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right. So now that image is speaking right now. And it's speaking through America, man.
Yeah.
And as we brought out the technocrats, the elite technical gurus, if you will, they're like, look, this is the way that life is about to go.
They're technically like the left-hand prophets.
Exactly.
You know?
Because right now, a lot of people are saying, well, damn, if Trump don't make it, Elon Musk, is going to rally for the people as well, just dealing with his, how much money and wealth he has.
Right.
That's what people are believing.
Right.
But really, these are just puppet leaders to forward the plans of the elites.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Right.
But as it said at the latter part of this verse, it says, and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Because if you're not wanting to be a part of this new system, he's gonna cut you off from society, man.
Right.
Like you had that quote, I always reference, I forgot the dude's name, but he said if you want to enter into the new world order, you're gonna have to take a Luciferian oath, which is that chip.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's what I'm saying. And this is going to aid into what the straits that's getting ready to come upon the people in the sign, man. The so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Hispanics. Because once niggas come to the realization that they can't use cash no more and banks have ran out of money, it's over with out here, man. You're going to see these people lose their mind in the street.
They're going to run right down to get that corruption, man. You know? It says, and he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, shall receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Right now, what's so heavy? Read that last part again and read that title again. It's like Elder Apostle Rambla had broken down, man. It's all part of the same system to do exactly what the title as we read. Read that again.
Yeah, it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Yeah, that's the system. Read it again. Read the title again.
It reads, over 98% of world central banks gearing up for new system of programmable, trackable digital cash.
Trackable, programmable digital cash.
Right.
That's the system that's going to totally track you and own you, man.
And they say it's going to be biometric. It means under the skin. All right. So this is already here. As you've been seeing videos of these people actually showing you how they're buying shit in the stores with their hand.
Yep.
You know, and it's not no damn palm reader. They have the chip, man.
Yep.
All right.
Remember, Switzerland had it first.
Exactly.
They were the first one. They were throwing parties and shit.
Chip parties.
Yeah. And then when the pandemic happened, they said Switzerland was chilling.
Yeah.
They didn't have no lockdowns over there because everybody had the thing, man.
But like I said, this technology is not new because it's been around since I believe since like the 90s. First time I remember hearing about it was the bear chip.
Yeah.
You know, then they had it in Obamacare.
Yep.
You know, but they took it out. You try to look for it now.
Right.
But it's been around. Like you had, how they were talking about chipping your pets.
Yep.
But they starting to make that mandatory in certain states now.
Right.
But this has already been going on really before, the 2000 when everybody was talking about this technology was going to come. They've been doing this shit, man. But they're just now showing you on the forefront, and also too, it's other people that's doing it outside of Elon Musk, man.
Exactly.
He's not the only one. He's just the one they're talking about.
Right. And we're hearing about it more frequently now because the scripture said in Habakkuk, it said at the end it shall speak
Right.
and not lie. So now the Lord is allowing this thing to really manifest on a high level because destruction is there, man. Yahweh Shai is on his way back. This thing's about to go down. Right?
If I may add too, you also had years back on C-SPAN, Joe Biden that was discussing with the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, John Roberts, that he was going to have to eventually rule on the idea of that implantable device.
Right.
Right. He was saying that there going to be the access to that. He said, "Mark my words, you will rule on this."
And then, lo and behold, this nigga get in the office, he signs what? The CHIP Act.
Exactly.
I'll show you. It's all orchestrated.
It's all pre-planned.
They put that nigga in office right on time on purpose.
Yep. All pre-planned.
All right. Last verse 18. Here's wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Right, which in the Greek is chi-side stigma.
That's right.
Right, so it said, the apostle was saying in that verse, here's wisdom. You got to have wisdom to decipher what he was talking about, man. What's that scripture that says, wisdom deciphers witty inventions? Matter of fact, let me get that. Right, you got to have the spirit to decipher that. All right, get real quick. Give me grab Proverbs 8 and 12.
I got it. Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 12. I wisdom dwell with prudence.
Yep.
And find out knowledge of witty invention.
And find out knowledge of witty inventions, man. So Apostle John said, here is wisdom.
Yep.
Let him that to be able to count the number of the beast, which is 666. Tri-side stigma, man. Which is pretty much this what's coming to pass right now, this programmable, trackable, digital system, man. You know, you got to have the wisdom to decipher that, man. It ain't talking about the 6 angels, the 6 trumpets, and the 6 horns that Nate said. Some shit that he made up.
Yeah, that was the number of the man. You got what, 6 protons, neutrons?
Yeah, and electrons.
Yeah.
Bugged out, man. And a lot of these freestyling Israelites on TikTok and Instagram, this is the shit they be saying. You know, 666, that's the 6 electrons, protons, and neutrons, man. No, man, it's talking about the system here, man.
Yeah.
You know?
At the end of the day, the main key indicator is buying and selling. Majority of these breakdowns, these weirdos coming up with, they never address that part.
Exactly.
Never address that part.
They skip over it.
And you know, it's all been an elaborate snare by this damn devil, because he got you people hooked on chasing the bag so bad to where, like you said, when his economy crashes, they're going to want their money. So they're going to run right down and get that poke, man.
Yeah, you're going to see niggas like LeBron and 56 promoting the C-Hip, all that, man.
Right, because there's been speculation that these niggas already got it.
Right.
You know? People that lost their 401k.
Oh, yeah, that's big. That's going to be huge.
Yeah, that's a big one.
So, yeah, a lot of these, what do you call it, older generation?
Baby boomers.
The boomers, a lot of these baby boomers, they really trust in their 401k. Like, they're proud. They're like, look, when I retire, I'm about to cash out. I'm about to have this much money. I'm going to live my best life, man. Hey, when the stock market go down, there goes your 401k, and it's over, man. We're going to see niggas jumping off the rooftops, man. Smoking themselves, man. When they lose access to that 401k.
But you're seeing that happening already. You had the great exodus where all these different, CEOs were leaving their companies.
Yep.
And pretty much, fleeing. You had a lot of these, Wall Street people killing themselves, jumping off the building. This happening now.
Yes.
So when this shit really happens, hey, you're gonna see suicide being one of the major pastime.
Right. And that dude, what was he was like a presidential candidate, Ron, what's his name? Ron something. Ron DeSantis, no, not him, it was another guy. Ron who? I couldn't tell you, man. Older cat, man. But anyway, he said the first thing that's going to happen when society crashes, you're going to have something called economic martial law, which you kind of see that on the videos right now. You go to the bank like, look, we ain't got the money, or what you need the money for, explain in detail what you're taking this money out for, because they're conditioning you like, look, we ain't carrying money no more, CEO of Chase Bank said that. He's like, look, man, the main goal is to get rid of cash. We hate cash. Jamie Dimon said that, man.
Did you read that article, Heather? Because I wanted to touch on this. We had discussed this. Conowap had brought this out about the G20 summit, about how regulators are discussing how to prepare to handle in the event of these clearinghouses failing. Right? These clearinghouses is what allows for transactions to be done, all right, throughout various means.
Back in the article in Blacklisted News, it reads, over 98% of the world's central banks gearing up for a new system of programmable, trackable digital cash.
Right.
And 24 nations will have live CBDCs by 2030.
Right. So as the elder always going to, this is a controlled demolition. All right. Esau is preparing to roll out this plan, but in order to do this, he has to seem justified in his reasons. Right. So as I have made mention of, you had a report from Reuters 7 days ago. It said regulators told to be ready to handle failed clearinghouses. It's not telling them to be mindful. It's telling them, no, you need to be prepared, be ready, because this is going to happen. It says regulators must equip themselves with tools such as bail-in bonds to deal quickly with a failed clearinghouse for stocks, bonds, or derivatives without having to call on taxpayers for cash. The G20's risk watchdog said on Thursday. Now, when you go into bail-ins, where you had in 2007, when you had the financial crisis in 2008, you had bailouts. So the bailouts saved these big banks from failing. That's where you get the term too big to fail. So taxpayer money came to the rescue and aid of these bigger banks so that they could bear the burden. A bail-in is where it provides immediate relief when banks use money from their unsecured creditors, including depositors and bondholders, to restructure their capital. Banks can convert their debt into equity to increase their capital requirements, and banks can only use deposits over the $250,000 FDIC protection. So that's from Investopedia. So basically, a bail-in will take the money that's held in their institutions, and they'll use it to cushion themselves from failure. Right now, when you go into these clearinghouses that it makes mention of, you have CME, Deutsche Börse, and Intercontinental Exchange. But when you go into this, these clearinghouses are used to have transactions done. So pretty much the summit is acknowledging the threat that this can impact transactions globally. So those 98% of the world banks that are trying to introduce this CBDC, this will be the perfect storm, the catalyst to introduce this new system. Okay, I took your money to cushion it on a bond. Now, if you want to be able to get that back, and taking the CBDC, this is how we're going to roll back out your money to
you. Ezekiel 13 and 10. Because they have seduced my people, saying, peace, and there was no peace, and one built up a wall, and lo, others dabbed it with untempted mortar. Say unto them which dab it with untempted mortar, that it shall fall. There shall be an overflowing shower, and ye, O great hailstones, shall fall, and a stormy wind shall rend it. It says, lo, when the wall is fallen, shall it not be said unto you, where is the dabbing wherewith ye have dabbed it? Ezekiel 13 and 10. It says, because they have seduced my people, saying, peace, and there was no peace.
This is talking about the false prophets, man. They're not letting you know what's about to come upon our people, man. Right?
You said it 9.
Ezekiel 13 and 9. And mine hand shall be upon the prophets that see vanity and that divine lies. They shall not be in the assembly of my people, neither shall they be written in the writing of the house of Israel, neither shall they enter into the land of Israel, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
So these prophets that are given a vision that isn't according to the word of the Lord is preparing to judge them.
Because they have seduced my people, saying, peace, and there was no peace, and one built up a wall, and lo, others dabbed it with untempted mortar.
Right, so they built up a wall of protection, right? But it wasn't any true wall, right? It wasn't a sure foundation. It wasn't the foundation of truth. But it was faulty. It was lies.
Say unto them which dab it with untempted mortar, that it shall fall. There shall be an overflowing shower, and yea, O great hailstones shall fall, and stormy wind shall rend it.
Right, so all of these lies, all of these false prophets, these false visions are going to be destroyed, man.
Yeah.
Because as we see the prophecies come to pass, like Brother said, you're going to have to address these things, man. As we see the MOTB prepare to get rolled out these CBDCs, which is going to be your access to buy and sell,
Yes.
you're going to have to address that element.
Right.
Because these false prophets, they downplay that importance of the buying and selling aspect of the MOTB.
Right. And they're also, giving you this false perception of you have to forward yourself here. That's why you see all these guys like Sakari and Nate trying to, get the bag off using the word. And so that's giving these guys that fall after them the incentive, like, look, well, if they're getting it, I can get it too. I can try to get some money while I still get it too, because even though we're in captivity, they're showing me that, look, I can still make it and still be an Israelite too, man.
And the problem with that is it wastes the time of grace that we've been given to really build up your mind, because it takes time and energy and effort to build up status and wealth here in Babylon. So instead of them build up their spiritual bank account, they're not gonna have when the day of doom comes, they're gonna have anything to draw out of. They're gonna be kind of sick. They're gonna be very sick that they didn't that when they go into their mental fortitude, in that relationship that they have with Yahweh Shema Shai, they're not gonna have anything to draw out. It's gonna be void. It's gonna be empty. Because they think their riches and their wealth is what Yahweh Shema Shai is with them. I got money. The Lord's with me. When they lose everything, their foundation is going to be broken to shambles.
Proverbs 23:5. Will thou yet set thine eyes upon that which is not? Because this money is a false solution, man. Because this money isn't backed by nothing. All it is just paper and digital numbers, man. It's not real wealth, man. So you shouldn't be trying to set yourself, trying to forge yourself here by being rich. Scripture tell you, labor not to be rich, man. Yeah. It says, for riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle towards heaven. So, beating off what the brother Thomas just said, all right, here it is. You're trying to build yourself. All hell breaks loose. That money that you use to cover yourself is going to be shown that it was, like I said, it was a false covering.
If you look at that, if you value that money, right? The scriptures say what? Man cannot worship the Most High and mammon.
Yeah. It's Matthew chapter 6, and I'll start at verse 22. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness.
Right. So where your mind is set at is what's going to show forth in your works, man. Okay. If your mind is fixated on the kingdom, your works is going to be shown forth for that. Yep. Right? Because that's where your mind is going to be fixated on.
That shows you where these false prophets mind that, because the majority of the time you hear them speaking, it's all about getting the bag. The videos, you click on the video, the first 6 minutes is all promoting bullshit, trying to get paid. And then you get into the video and they lying to you. Right. So it's a whole hour of bullshit.
They lying to you for 6 hours. Their live should be 6 hours. Ain't nobody watching that shit.
No, man.
Hey, but we read the commentary of that Ezekiel 13th chapter. It tells you these prophets go to their followers and tell them whatever they want to hear, right, to comfort them, man. Right? But they are seeking that comfort so that they can line their pockets for these people. It says, Matthew 6 and 23, but if thy eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore...
Your mind is fixated on the wickedness, man. The way of this world is going to cloud your judgment, man. It's going to cloud your mind to where you're not even going to see straight. You're going to be in darkness.
If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness?
Yeah, how great is that darkness? What true light is darkness? It's none.
It says, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other.
Right, and this is the time where the Lord is making that division plain. Either you're going to pursue the Lord or you're going to pursue the world. Because that line, that division is becoming more and more deep, that trench.
You're going to have to put more time and you're going to have to invest more into this truth, because the battles are getting harder and harder. Yeah. The fight getting, more, we in the 12th round. Breathing getting a little heavy. We're going to have to stick to the foundation.
Right. If I could just get the definition of mammon according to Wikipedia.
We can take it. I'll finish it. It's Matthew 6 and 22. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. He cannot serve the Most High and mammon.
If you're not in the mindset of like, damn, I gotta get up and grind again for the dollar, and despising it, you got a problem. You should be willing to make the sacrifice to do the videos, to send up your prayers to Yahweh Shema Shai, read fast, congregate with the brotherhood. That should be what you should be willingly wanting to invest in. You should dread having to go secure the bag, no matter how much money you make.
That's a means to an end. That's how do what you got to do, get the matrix figured out. That's right. Mammon, according to Wikipedia, it says in the New Testament is commonly thought of to mean money, material wealth, or an entity that possesses wealth and is associated with the greedy pursuit of gain. So really, Mammon's a demon. It's an actual demon which makes these people do what they do so they can get money.
Esau is going to weaponize that love that you have for money.
Exactly.
Right? The scriptures say what? The love of money is the root of all evil. So in our people's pursuit to try and chase the bag, or what Jake will say, try and get it out the mud, right? This pursuit of trying to establish yourself in this kingdom and forge yourself. When Esau crashes this system and then reintroduces the system with the CBDC, the implantable device, and says, this is what you got to do in order to reestablish yourself.
Right.
Niggas will go run down to that shit with it.
Yeah, they say what? Follow the money. So they're going to follow that trail all the way to the shipping center and get cooked.
Yeah.
Jay gonna do anything they can to get back to some semblance of convenience, man. Right? You take away the slightest inconvenience, right? Like they had Google was down for a little bit this afternoon, right? And people were in an uproar about it, man. So they're gonna be willing to do anything in order to get back to the conveniences of this world, man. Exactly. And that compliance that people are gonna go into, when you comply to something, it pretty much is you laying out and submitting yourself into another power, man.
Right. And that pandemic was a perfect example of how these people just gonna fold in whatever direction the world's gonna go in, man.
Yeah, these guys got 1 foot in the world and 1 foot in the truth, man.
Right.
That damn hokey pokey spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's that old saying like boiling the frog in the water. Gradualism. The heat is gradually getting turned up, and we seen when the C91 was in full effect, $100, $200, paid vacation,
Free burgers.
Right.
Free
Free
lap
scholarships.
free stuff.
Niggas was giving out scholarships. That's how you know it's some behind that. Yeah, who was I forgot his name, but you had the senator, Republican dude. He was eating French fries and burgers in the camera. So you want this? Go get the shot.
And you see how
That shit was crazy, man.
You see how Americans act when it's a giveaway. How crazy they act, how wild they go for it.
Yeah.
Because they're so oppressed here. When something's free, they try to jump right on it. And if I may, I got a precept. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 90. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 69. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. So those that consent to taking the micro CDs, you're going to be had in derision, which is a mockery. You're gonna have this mindset to think, okay, I signed up, I'll be able to get my 401k back, be able to afford my life here in Babylon the Great.
Right.
But it's all a lie. It's all a trick to get you in hardcore bondage. Everyone thinks this AI technology is for their betterment, so they can get ahead and cheat the system and do less work. But it's really falling upon them. I was watching an old video on how Edomites, they used to get hired on these fancy jobs and then hit up Elam in the third world and hire them for $2 an hour and to do their work. And they're thinking they're able to do that same thing with AI, but no, AI is going to replace them.
Yeah. That's what he had in the WEF. I forgot the guy's name. He was, advocating for AI, pretty much saying that they're pushing for AI to replace about 90% of all jobs, to where most people are going to be without work.
Right. And then you all Noah Harari, when he made mention of the fact that with this integration of AI technology, that, like you said, there's going to be people that are without work, and the panel, the guy that was leading the conversation, he was like, well, what are you going to give them? He was like, we'll just give them video games and drugs.
Yeah.
Universal basic income.
Yeah, it's gonna be like in that Black Mirror episode with the guy from Get Out. You know, the nigga wake up, and you getting bombarded with commercials all day, and then he was on the treadmill, getting his money.
You a crash dummy.
Yeah, you want half spinning the wheel, man.
Right. You ain't got no purpose in life. But here it is. Your true purpose is to serve the Lord and keep His commandments.
Verse 70, for there shall be in every place in the next city a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So they're going to come after, Israel as a whole, but especially those with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding the truth. You're going to see a lot of casualties of war, because they really want to micro-see up those who have the knowledge, who have the eyes to see and ears to hear. It says, they shall be like mad men, sparing none, and still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So if you Israelite camps, if you don't build up your mind, that I gotta suffer, I gotta go through the trials and tribulations, the ups and downs, the turbulence when it comes to serving Yahweh by Shema Shah and keeping the course, you gotta stay on course. And when things get tough, a lot of people are gonna jump ship.
That's why I look at Matthew 7, building the house on the rock. A lot of you people got your foundation built in the sand.
That's right.
So when that storm comes, a lot of your foundation gonna get swept away, man.
It says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire.
Right, like you guys said, a lot of people are going to jump ship at that moment. Then it's going to be known who is the Lord's chosen at that time. Right? Who made proper preparations for the Spirit.
That's right. That's why that time is known in the scripture as the hour of temptation. Right. When you read the NLT, it says the hour of testing, man. Because that's going to be a defining factor of who is the Lord's elect and who isn't, man. Because the Spirit has already written in the elect to resist that chip, man. That's going to endure to the end. That was it. That's all I wanted to say.
Jumping back to the article, it reads, over 98% of the world's central banks gearing up for a new system of programmable, trackable digital cash, and 24 nations will have live CBDCs by 2030. The era of cash money is nearing its end, and with it will come the end of privacy.
And they deemed that 2030 at the beginning of 2020. That 10-year goal.
That's a legit 2030. We're in the process of what they call Operation Warp Speed. Because once again, they know that their time is drawn short because they, like Scripture say, the Lord has given them bounds which they cannot pass. So they're at the end of the road for themselves. So this is why they're speeding everything up. This is why they're openly declaring what they're trying to do and showing everybody the demonic ass sacrifices because they know that the time comes to an end.
That's the spiritual setting because I did a lesson on my GMSNORTHCAROLINA score. In this case, they might strike the video, but I said the title was the pressure that's coming from Yahweh Shema Shah is forcing these devils to show their hand.
Yep.
That's right. And then when you go into that idiom of what it means to show a person showing their hand, it means to reveal what they had hidden the whole time. So the Lord is by force, He's making these devils show their hand. They got to go ahead and do what they got to do.
Yeah, force their hand.
Yeah, force their hand. Yeah.
I was reading that
The World Economic Forum claims in a new report that 98% of the world's central banks have agreed to implement the globalist long-awaited dream of a cashless society. Most central banks, such as the U.S. Federal Reserve, are quasi-government institutions owned privately by billionaire bankers. And the WEF is not the first to reveal the plans of the globalist elite, which have been preparing for years to eliminate paper fiat currency.
This has been a decade, millennium process. right? To get rid of the old system and bring in the new. You got it.
NWO. People speak about the NWO, but we're going into the prophecies and making it plain what it truly entails.
Yeah. We ain't talking about WrestleMania. We ain't talking about WWF. All right, we're talking about the elites. Y'all remember that shit?
Yeah.
Niggas had to suck it and shit.
But you know, it's funny because they had a group. I didn't watch this, but I heard they had a group actually called the NWO, New World Order.
That's it.
But this latest report indicates the grand plan is now very close to being realized.
The grand plan is very close to being realized, man. Hey, as it tells you in Job, the 20th chapter, we're at the fullness of his sufficiency.
Yeah.
He like, look, they got the plate laid out. He about to stick the fork in and eat. You know?
They got the napkin tucked in.
They got the napkin tucked in, got it on his lap. You know what I'm saying?
Full course meal.
Right.
But this latest report indicates the grand plan is now very close to being realized.
Yeah.
Perhaps just awaiting a triggering event.
That's what every lesson I do, I always speak about what? Hey, that major event is about to go down in some form or fashion. This is what everybody in the spirit of Yahweh Shai is waiting on.
You can feel it.
Something got to happen that's going to bring in the transition.
Yeah.
Esau got to do this thing. And they see the Lord in the heavens. Yahweh Shai and the angels is here.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Like we've been talking about, really since the beginning of this year. Like they keep saying that it's not going to be an election,
Yep.
But you hear, still to this day, you still haven't heard anything about an election yet, But the brother made a good point. It's like they're dumbing down the people to lose trust in that shit to make you look for these technocrats as being the way. Because Biden and Trump, they obviously ain't got it.
Yeah.
Two dumb old niggas who just out here just winging.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We need Bill Gates. We need Elon Musk. We need Noah. How you say that?
Yuval
Harari. That mode.
Yeah.
So people are going to ask for them. Like Matthew 24, Yahweh Shai warned you to not be deceived.
Yeah. Somebody get that real quick. Matter of fact, that goes into the false Messiah that's going to rise up.
Yes.
Because as we've been saying, like you say, it's a controlled demolition of America because they're purposely destroying this kingdom to make it to where you're gonna want to answer. That's why you're gonna see society wax worse and worse. Like you said, iniquity shall abound, and the love of many shall wax cold, man. Hey, shit is getting worse to the point to where people are gonna be begging for a solution.
Exactly. That's what they need. Order out of chaos.
This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 4. And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach.
Right, and that's what we're talking about right now. Not saying that it's not always gonna be people talking about they're the actual Messiah, but them coming in instead of being a Messiah, being I'm a savior. Yeah, I have the answer to deliver the people from this messed up position, man.
It says, and
Which
shall
is what the new world order is supposed to be.
order out of chaos.
Exactly.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many.
And that's what the WEF is talking about, man. This new world order is going to benefit the whole world to bring peace, but their form of peace is enslaving the whole world, man.
Right.
It's that Second Thessalonians where it talks about they will use every kind of evil deception, right, to fool the people.
Yeah, because a prudent man, the men of Yahweh Shai, we can see different ways that he can bring it in. He's been trying different avenues, whether it's safety, whether it's because of death, people, the system is not as secure, whether it's crime, you want better protection in your cities, then we need to, be able to track and set up surveillance, so this man has pushed chaos in the world, disorder in the world, so he can bring in a form of, like Brother North, a form of salvation.
Well, I quoted that in Matthew 24 about the iniquity shall abound. That's exactly what iniquity. You go to the definition of iniquity. That's everything the brother just said, man. All right, purposely letting society go to shit. All right, and letting people's mind states get so bugged out to where, like I said, they're gonna be begging for order, which is gonna bring in martial law, man.
Perfect plan.
The average Jake don't think. You talk to Jake, he don't really know anything. But talk to him about the NBA. Talk to him about the NFL. They don't know betting that.
Folly is celebrate dignity.
You
Yeah,
know?
like you said, prize kicks. That's all niggas talk about.
That's it.
You know?
Decipher the whole Kendrick Lamar verse.
Yeah, the beef that's
yeah.
going on with these whack ass rappers, right?
Kids talk that you for you, man. You
Right.
gotta go rap genius.
All of this shit is forced, man. We talked about that the other week. These whack ass rap beefs are all forced, man. Bread and circus. All right, to keep you distracted from what's really going on, man. You know, niggas just beefing out of nowhere. Fucking Chris Brown and Quavo and
He fucking bitch.
yeah, little niggas is beefing, man. You know, this nigga little Martin is fucking
All manufactured. Like I said, that's he's doing that to divide people to where going back to that verse. Everybody is divided on something
yeah.
to where people's minds are gonna be so messed up. They just gonna crash out on me. You know, like we had always talk about, you know, you got niggas in the barbershop shooting each other over them saying LeBron better than Jordan. That's how bad it's getting to where you can't agree on shit.
That's it.
So it's everywhere.
But that's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. Pursuing, was it the 12th chapter?
Yeah.
Lord said, think not that I come to send peace on earth, but rather division.
That's exactly what's going on.
He said the house will be divided, the mother against the father against the son, the mother against the daughter, daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law.
Like I said, this was all orchestrated because when they brought the pandemic and shut the whole world down, when they isolated everybody, that messed people up, man. Because as people, we're not supposed to be isolated. We're supposed to be intermingled. Communities and all that, that's good for your mental. So when they isolated everybody, that destroyed a part of their brain.
Yeah.
You know, to where these people never recover from that.
Exactly.
Which is why we see people just down spiraling more and more, man.
Exactly. You couldn't go to grandma's house without getting the shit. You couldn't go to the barbecue. You couldn't go to the wedding. You couldn't go to the graduation. Right? And people was bad, and people was talking shit. Like, look, you ain't coming around me unless you got the shot.
Right.
You know? Right.
People have conformed more into their these, their so-called smart devices.
Yep.
You know, that was their comfort during those times. That was their best friend. And it always was, but it got closer.
And how it got closer because now you got AI. You got niggas getting AI girlfriends.
Yep.
You know,
Priest.
Best friend. You know, you can set up an AI best friend.
It's all the further alienation yourself, and then ultimately get away from your how much you know.
Hey, you can talk to lonely people and get paid. I seen it on Instagram.
I've seen that too.
That's what OnlyFans is about. Niggas get on that shit thinking you talking to the bitch. That's not a woman. The woman you talk that's the nigga. That's that shit all way out. You had the one chick, I forgot her fucking name, man. She ain't nobody reported, but she made an AI call of herself, and it's generated revenue from it. So she got two accounts, one her real one and the AI one, and she making bank.
Hey, this internet got a fucking man. You got it.
It reads, but this latest report indicates the grand plan is now very close to being realized, perhaps just awaiting a triggering event, a black swan event of some type, before making the switch to digital cash. As first reported by Slay News, the latest revelation was made in an 83-page paper from the WEF, which declares that nations around the world will soon be ready to adopt a central bank digital currency in place of traditional money.
Coming. And nothing you can do. So all those whack ass breakdowns that's coming from these false Israelite camps, hey, you got a lot to be accounted for, man.
Finish.
Right. Y'all are finished, man. Right? And like Elder Apostle said, y'all gonna look like fools in that damn thing. You're gonna be looking real stupid out here.
Like I said earlier, we're coming to a time to where you're gonna have to address it. Like Biden said, you all gonna have to address this market to be soon, man.
Yep.
And you're gonna also come to that realization that great no sounds right.
So much true prophets were among you. Then you should know that a true prophet had been among you.
Right.
As the scripture says.
Continuing on, it reads, in the report titled Modernizing Financial Markets with Wholesale Central Bank Digital Currencies, the WEF asserts that a CBDC will replace all other forms of money to serve as a single global digital currency system. Right? So even though we see BRICS, that alliance taking place right now, it's still the end result is the same, man, with that digital currency. Man.
And BRICS, I found out that BRICS was owned by BlackRock. Either BlackRock or Goldman Sachs, one of them. Yeah. So come on, man, it's all controlled opposition. got it, brother.
The report states that over 80% or 98% of the global economy, central banks are researching, experimenting, piloting, or deploying central bank digital currencies to determine how to modernize the capabilities and improve access to central bank money. With this backdrop, in a recent survey, finding that there could be 24 live CBDCs by 2030. The importance of clarifying the role of the CEBM and wholesale CBDCs in the next generation of wholesale financial markets is underscored. So pretty much they're just saying, look, all these things are being implemented in every nation, in every country, in every bank. You know, and we're right around the corner from them being commonplace. It says it makes sense that when the petrodollar collapses, all paper currency pegged to it will fall like dominoes. So it's literally telling you that this system is about to collapse.
Revelation 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. You know, let's say the whole world, right? This system is going international. You know, so we're in those times.
Yeah, I get this in the NLT for you, brother. Revelations 3:10 in the NLT. Because you have obeyed my command to persevere, I will protect you from the great time of testing that will come upon the whole world to test those who belong to this world. Right? So those that refuse to come out of this world and adhere to Yahweh Shai's ways, right? Which that adherence puts your mind in a frame of belief, man. Right? To know things to do and not to do. And one of those things that we're not to do is to take that implantable device.
No matter what.
No matter what, because there's judgment for that. Revelation 14:9-10. Right? But those that belong to this world, they're gonna go ahead and take it, man. This is their world.
It makes sense that when the petrodollar collapses, all paper currencies pegged to it will fall like dominoes. This collapse has already been pre-designed. The only question is whether it will continue to unfold gradually or if it will take place suddenly in the wake of a catastrophic cyber attack or some other black swan event.
And they've been talking about that a lot. Cyber attack, EMPs, blackout. All right, computers being hacked, banks being hacked. Yeah, there you go. So Esau's putting it out there subtly, man.
Right. You had the FBI director, Christopher Wray. He's been going hard, letting it known, like, look, something's about to happen. Something's about to happen. There's an imminent threat. And he's telling it clear as day, like, look, something is coming up. All right? He's letting it be known.
What's your saying? An unwise king destroys his people. You know, if it was that imminent and they was gonna take it serious, no more bread and circus.
Right.
You know, we gotta lock in on this problem.
Right. It's a problem that they want to bring. They bringing it.
That's right.
Control demolition.
Ezekiel.
And they're saying, not to cut you off, but they're saying that these so-called Russian hackers and these Chinese hackers, they're more savvy than the people that's like, you know, providing the protection.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like the people that's supposed to safeguard the computer systems and shit. They said these Chinese and Russian hackers are just running around these niggas. You know what I'm
The
saying?
fact that a lot of these hackers be like 16, 17 years old, outsmarting grown motherfucking men, let you know where we at. But that everything about America is fucking bottom grade, man. You know, and the Lord is showing you that in every facet that you look at. Everything from an international level compared to foreign, everything's outclassing America.
Exactly.
Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of Yahweh. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels.
Yeah. So to make it make sense, read it in the NLT. It hits a little harder.
I'll finish it out in case.
Got it.
because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity.
So Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 19 in the NLT.
I got it. This is Ezekiel, Ezekiel 7 and 19 in NLT. They would throw their money in the streets.
They would throw their money in the streets. Go ahead.
Tossing it out like worthless trash.
Tossing it out like worthless trash. That's what the people going to do when the dollar no longer has value. When there's no more purpose for it. When banks ain't holding cash. When you can't go to the store and buy your necessities with money. You can toss that shit in the streets.
And we see that in Venezuela. We see what happened out there with their money being devalued.
Right.
And other countries across the earth where it costs more to buy firewood with the money than it would be to just take the money and set it on fire and heat your homes up.
It's going to be another Great Depression. Go ahead.
The greatest.
Yeah.
It says, their silver and their gold won't save them.
Yep.
On the day that the Lord's anger, it will neither satisfy nor feed them, for their greed can only trip them up.
Yeah. So the bag is going to be poof, gone. Right? That's what we telling y'all, man. That trust in that bag is out here getting the money, got the money phone, got the money spread on the arm and shit. Right? We telling you, hey, once it's done, you niggas gonna be through out here, man. Right? Because you don't have a foundation. Your foundation is money in the world. Right? You ain't gonna have nothing to stand on. So, and when that happens, knowledge and wisdom is definitely not gonna be the stability of your times. You gonna bug the hell out. Right?
WEF founder and director Klaus Schwab is on record predicting a devastating cyber attack that will shut down all or nearly all communications, transportation, and financial transactions for an extended period.
It's coming. That's what happened. Didn't that happen in Leave the World Behind? Didn't that happen where it was basically like it was like a blackout.
Oh yeah.
Planes falling out the sky.
Media blackout, or
All
actual
that.
blackout, to where all the communication and everything went dark.
No, man.
Plane, yeah, like you said, the plane was falling out the sky. The communication on the ship was causing them to crash, man.
Yep.
You know,
No access to money, none of that.
they were literally, in a blackout.
And they go back to them telling these things before they take place, man.
So we went from like the manufacturer, like black road, like power grid blackout, to now the system is blacking out. Things that dealing with Wi-Fi and the internet.
And if I may add to that point too, right? But that ties into the civil infrastructure. And what's so heavy about the parallel between ancient Rome and America, Babylon the Great? Remember the scriptures say that that deadly wound was healed. One of the ways that ancient Rome went out was failed civil infrastructure. And now you're seeing the civil infrastructure of America go out the same way, man.
Yes, that's the corrosion. The corrosion and the decomposing of this societal infrastructure. The decay. That's a better word. The decay in this place.
Yeah, that's the spirit. I'm playing that shit. Yeah.
They were playing Miley Cyrus Party in the USA.
There you go. Nothing but folly, man.
But like you say, it's a party until it's not.
Exactly.
Because when this shit got dark, we see how you think it's gonna party in.
Exactly.
They showed you that before they talk about this in that movie, The American Blackout.
Right.
They showed you that when the power grid went down and everything went dark, niggas partied for about 3 days thinking shit was gonna be cool. And after that third day, they saw shit would come back on, that's when everybody started panicking.
Yep.
And it went total anarchy after that. Niggas were getting killed over a can of beans and all that shit.
Hell yeah. You're gonna have to have the Lord.
That's the only way.
That's it.
It says the end of fiat paper currency has been hinted at for many years, with perhaps the most clear indication coming from economist Dr. Pippa Malmgren when she addressed the World Government Summit and said,
And if I may add, this was 2 years ago. Right.
and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new one, the new accounting, is what we will call blockchain. It means digital. It means having an almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity over what's going on.
This nigga's gonna know everything. Where you went to spend your money, how you spent it, how much you can spend.
Like I said, you want to get it a bite-sized sample of what's
Right.
going on, Google what's going on over in China.
Exactly.
They just came out either today or yesterday saying that they got toilets now that when you pee in it, it can tell you all the health problems you got. So these niggas want to know literally everything that's going inside of you, man.
No more juice for you, nigga.
No more sugar. You're going to be eating straight bugs.
They cut off your access in the grocery store.
And a lot of people are going to look at that as a benefit because, that can tell you that your kidneys are working properly, but it's just too much.
Right, it's too much.
This man just want to know too much.
You want to know what you're thinking about,
Right.
how you feeling.
Right.
It's not. He's not going at it from the angle of your betterment.
Right.
Your betterment. He's trying to.
Well, I need to destroy them more.
It's a insane God complex this nigga got, man.
Yeah, this is the invasion of privacy next level.
It's not really.
Right.
They're not dying fast enough.
Right. Any more?
It reads, digital cash is not cash at all. It is not only digital, but programmable.
Yep.
Meaning someone outside of your control will have the ability to turn on and off or program it in such a way that makes it applicable in only certain stores or for only certain goods and services.
That's crazy, nigga. You can't buy enough for 3 days. Because we said so. Imagine a world like that. You got kids, family, right?
Right.
CEBM is ideal for systematically important transactions despite the emergence of alternative payment instruments.
Yep.
Wholesale central bank digital currency is a form of CEBM that could unlock new economic models and integration points that are not possible today.
That's pretty much it. So you get it. There's no way that you can't say that you didn't know about this system that's coming to pass, man. So, like Yahushua said, ain't gonna be no cloak for your sins. The Lord raised up the prophets to give you the understanding of breakdowns. All right. So there's no way around it. So you're either gonna submit or you're not. Right.
Ezekiel 33:33, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them.
Then shall you know that a prophet, a true prophet, have been among you when these things come to pass. That's why it makes total sense now. After breaking all of this down, when you read Amos 8 and 11 on down about the famine of the word, and it talks about how these people are going to be running to and fro to seek the word of the Lord.
Yeah.
Because when it happens, the Lord's going to allow it to register in these people's minds and be like, oh shit, they was right. Let's go find it. But it's too late. It's too late by now, Chaos is already ensued in the streets. We ain't gonna be around.
And he said he's gonna shut them out with these prophets.
He's gonna shut them out with pride. And these videos on the internet, they're gonna be taken down.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be out here trying to secretly teach you niggas.
Come on, man.
Spend all this time doing this.
That's it. That's why you were supposed to get the goodie while it was hot, while it was still fresh. Before the doors of mercy closed, which is talking about right now.
Right.
All you jakes is playing around. Right? You're gonna be in the worst case scenario when this thing hits. Right? And the Lord, like he told you in Proverbs, the first chapter, he said he's gonna laugh at you in your calamity.
Right.
Right? You despised his reproof. You didn't want to listen. Right? You thought you had it all figured out. See? Exactly. Your bag. You thought the streets was more important than shit.
Family.
These bitches out here, the family. You put all those things before the Lord, and you gonna eat that in that time, man.
That's why, as we read in Revelations 3 and 10 in the NLT, it said that it's going to be an hour of temptation for those that belong to this world.
Yep.
Because when you come out of this world, that's what we were commanded to do, was to come out of this world.
Yeah.
Right?
Because Yahushua says we're not of this world, just as he's not of this world. So if you're trying to fight to save your life, to preserve your life in this world, it's because you belong to this world.
Exactly.
You're going to fight tooth and nail to stay in this world.
Yep. You was worried about your social media status, who you are in this world, all that bullshit that don't matter. That's why I said in the lesson, hey, none of this shit gonna matter at the end.
Nope.
Who you are, or your status on social media, how much money you got in your bank account, what kind of job you got, what kind of job, car you drive. None of that shit gonna matter when this shit the fan, man.
What's your relationship with the Lord?
That's it. That's the one thing you should be asking. Are you good in the eyes of the Lord?
Right.
Fuck these other people, man.
Exactly. Who's
all
the
these,
baddest bitch?
All these motherfuckers gonna die. Like Thomas Mark says, man. All these niggas gonna die, man.
That's it.
If you ain't right with the Lord, you are gonna be fucking firewood. Man.
That's it. So, hey, at the end of the day, hey, you were warned by the true prophets of Yahweh Shemel Shah first, man. All right. So, y'all brothers got anything else? Hey, well, we pray that you were informed and also edified. We're gonna close off by giving all the praise.
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Akakodash.
Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone who taught us this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring worldwide that's pushing this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
Shalom to the elect.
Shalom.
Shalom.